Hello everyone, it's Spencer Blair, the commissioner of the Fcwbl, and I'm just here for a quick podcast, off-season podcast, just to tell you about things going on in the league. So, as you know, Fcwbl 2014 was a great success. Everybody loved it. All the 7 players who played did a great job. They played so hard, played well with emotion, and we will start the 2014 season with the 2013 World Series of Brendan Fritz versus Chase Kirkwood, and that'll be an exciting 3-game series. But so let's get into 2014 FCWBL. Some of the new things. We have the K zone, which is the strike zone provided by Ben Damsgaard. It's a great strike zone, metal strike zone, so much better than our chairs. Also, we will be in the Blair Gardens for the whole season. That will be up from opening day till the last out of the World Series, so we won't have to use any of the other kind of more minor, premature stadiums. Let's talk about the channel. As you know, this is the new channel, FCWBL Network. We just kind of moved from the other channel, FCWBL. All the videos are still there. I just kind of left it how it was. I just moved from it because I want a new start. I really didn't know how to do anything. I just kept pressing the upload button whenever we'd video games, but now there's a little bit more that goes into our videos, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them, and hopefully we'll get some more views and some subscribers, because we really would like some people to see what we're doing here. And yeah, so stay tuned for part 2. I'll tell you a little bit about the players and the predictions for next year. Thank you. It's been FCWBL Production, and I'm out. Peace. Hello folks, and I'm back, Spencer Blair, Commissioner of FCWBL, for part 2 of this podcast, talking about the players, the new players, their teams, and the predictions for this year. Alright, so let's start out with myself, Spencer Blair, in a third-person perspective. He put up good power numbers last year, 123 home runs with 258 RBIs, 298 hits, looking for that 300th hit next year. But, he played very well, even though he has a history in baseball. He's a very good baseball player. He had a great season last year and led the league in almost everything. He was the MVP, so I'm expecting him to be at the top of the standings next year and a serious contender for the World Series. Now we go on to Chase Kirkwood, who probably has the most history besides Spencer Blair. He and him go way back, playing wiffle ball to when they were 8, 7, 6. Very young. They were kind of the founding fathers of this league. Chase and Spencer, they have the biggest rivalry. They're probably arguably the 2 best players in the league, best pitchers, best hitters, but we can make a case for other players also. But Chase, he's a very productive contact hitter. He hits the ball a lot, puts the ball in play a lot. He's also a great pitcher. He can spot very well, and his fastball is lights out. It is so fast and thrown so hard. The only things he has to limit is his walks and control issues. Even though he can spot the ball very well when he's on, he can be very off and walk, and that is his demise usually. Also, his hitting, he can just tweak a few mechanical problems. He could be a more powerful hitter last year. I know he was complaining about his low power numbers, even though he was the best in the league at the beginning of the year and then kind of fell off at the end, but was still up there in the playoffs, and now he's in the World Series, so against Brendan Fritz. So now we go right into Brendan Fritz. Brendan's one of the older players in the league, but he's very good. He's a very powerful bat from the right side. He throws left-handed. He throws heat. He can throw very hard, but last year it showed signs of overwork, so his velocity on his fastball went down. But his best pitch is his circle change. It gets everybody. It's a great pitch, to throw hitters off. You can throw that hard fastball up and then throw the change up low, and then it just gets hitters to roll over, things like that. It's very hard to hit. He also has a slider that's very nasty, and it curves into the zone. But yeah, he's a very powerful hitter. Anything like up and in or inside, he crushes. and he feasts off of left-handed pitching. Okay, and we go in now to Aiden Fritz, Brendan's younger brother. Aiden is a very good player, but he could be a superstar. If he shortened up his swing, because Aiden has a very long and powerful swing, but if he shortened it up, put the ball in play more, and still kept his power, still got his hips through, he'd be a superstar. Also with his pitching, he does have a average fastball, and he can spot in the zone, and does have a good slurve and a good curveball. So, you know, if he fixed up his mechanics and limited his walks, he could be a very crafty left-hander. Okay, so now we go into Mitchell Larrabee. Mitchell Larrabee is always a contender. He came into the league last year, and Mitchell just dominated. In his third start, he threw a no-hitter against Aiden Fritz. This guy is the real deal. He's really good. He also has a history in baseball, but he's a great pitcher. And, you know, he's a good hitter. He hit 103 home runs last year, so he's a power hitter, too. But he does put the ball in play a lot. He also, his pitching, he doesn't really wow you on the radar gun, but he has the most movement on his pitches. He's really learned how to pitch. Besides just being a power pitcher, he has his slider, which is almost unhittable for right-handers. Left-handers, it's hard to hit too, but they can manage with it a little bit more. But he also has a ephus, or a drop, that is devastating. Then he has his fastball that also has life on it. So he's a great pitcher, and he's an ace. Okay, so then we go to his older brother, William Larrabee. William Larrabee is one of the more unorthodox players in the league. Hits right-handed, throws left-handed. He probably throws the slowest fastball in the league. And he really only has a fastball, but he can manage pitching. I mean, pitching isn't his strong suit. He definitely wins with his bat, but he can, you know, there's days where he can go out and throw a gem. William, his hitting, he had 188 hits last year, and he came into the league late, and he put up some great contact numbers. He's a very good hitter for average, and his on-base percentage is very large, probably the highest in the league besides maybe Spencer or Mitchell or Chase. He only hit 18 home runs, so his power's down, but when he gets a hold of the ball, it can go out. So Williams is a very good player. He's very consistent, and, you know, he's unorthodox, but he's a very good player. He has a lot of fans. So now we go to Will Schultes, the youngest player in the league. You know, Will is, you know, he's an underdog. You know, he's looked at as an underdog. He says he's an underdog. He looks at himself as an underdog, but he goes out and plays so hard. He's a great defender. He's great in the field, has great hands, and he goes and gets the ball, does whatever he can to catch the ball, as you saw in those pictures and some of the videos. And he dove and caught that ball against William. It was a great play. William also a good defender, but yeah, Will, he has a lot of power. He's like a little guy, and even though, you know, little guys are usually seen not to be that great, not to be that powerful, Will can crush the ball. We call him Mighty Mouse. He's really small, and he can destroy the ball if it's left up in the zone. If it's down, he has a little bit harder time catching up to it and lifting it, but he can still hit the ball. And with pitches with velocity, he can handle. He's learned to hit the fastball. And the breaking ball, he's pretty good on sliders, curveballs left up in the zone. He's a very good hitter. He has potential to be another superstar. Now we go into Ben Damsgaard and Will Damsgaard. So these are the new players of the league. We're all friends here. We know them. Ben and Will were going to be in the league last year, but they dropped out at the end and made an appearance like in the middle, but they weren't able to, you know, come in. But Ben has a history of baseball, very good baseball player, and he's a good hitter from the right side. Very good guy. We don't really know much to expect about him. We know he has a drop, and in his summer workouts with us, you know, he has a drop and he throws pretty hard. So he could be a good and effective pitcher. You know, he's going to be there hitting. He showed a lot of power in the workouts, so that'll be good. So he could be up at the top. Will Damsgaard is his younger brother. He's a younger player, around Aiden and Will's age, and he quit baseball last year for lacrosse, but he also is still good at baseball. Hits right-handed, throws right-handed, just like his brother Ben. And, you know, his game is based around speed. He has a great eye at the plate, and when he walks, he uses speed on the base pass. Look for a lot of extra base hits next year. He's not a very big power hitter. I mean, I'm expecting 5 to 10 home runs. Nothing really insane. But yeah, his game is definitely based around speed and defense. You know, he could be a really, really good player and a champion of the Fcwbl without power pitching and power hitting. You know, that would be the first time we'd see somebody based around speed and defense to win, and walks, on base percentage, all that stuff. So those are the players. I'm expecting, you know, the 4 main contenders. I'm expecting Spencer Blair, Chase Kirkwood, Brendan Fritz, and Mitchell Larrabee, kind of as last year. Although everybody else has a great chance. I mean, everybody in this league is so great because everybody is so close. There's not a difference from the youngest player to the oldest player. Everybody is good. Everybody has a chance. On any given day, you can win. But yeah, my World Series favorite, you know, besides myself, if I was not in the league, I would have to pick 2 guys. I would have to say Chase Kirkwood, and I would say Mitchell Larrabee. Those would be my 2 guys. Although Brendan Fritz is a bat, and he proved that he could beat Mitchell Larrabee. Mitchell with the bye, like 3-round bye. He didn't play for about a week or 2, so he was a little rusty, and Brendan just came up and, you know, surprised him and beat him. But you know, Brendan's also in there, and Ben Damsgaard, and anybody can basically be in the World Series. So I have faith in all these guys that they can play well. So yeah, there may be a part 3 to this video. I don't know, maybe not, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. And right now you can see, open up this window. It might be a little bright. Hold on. It is snowing outside. Yes, that is snow. You can see it all. It is snow. It is in February, around exam time for myself and a couple of other players, so we were studying hard. We have an off day today, so just thought I'd get this in. But I hope you enjoyed it. There may be a part 3, just keep a lookout on that, or this may be the last one. But thank you. It's been my 2014 prediction podcast. And that basically sums it up. Alright. See ya. It's been an Fcwbl production. Peace.